Hey, this is James. Welcome back to the channel. I am so glad you are here. This video will be posted on Wednesday, and this is a special personal video for me because from 1995 until 1999, I was a part of the International Churches of Christ. It's an offshoot of the Church of Christ. It was started by Kip McKean, who later left. It's so interesting because when Henry Cright wrote his letter and talked about some of the spiritual abuses that were happening, Kip stepped down. And what Henry Cright did was to expose spiritual abuse. And Kip, he had this rule that if a leader had a kid who's left the church, well, they believed that they were the only church. They believed that everybody else was damned to hell. They wouldn't come out and say that, but that's how in practice, that's how they did things. I don't know if you watch Dr. John on YouTube. Pretty cool guy. He'll say that behavior is a language. Well, their behavior was they believed everybody outside of the ICC was damned to hell, and they're the only ones that were saved. Because you got to be fired up, and you got to be excited, and everything was awesome, and but I saw this the other day, and this happened a few months ago. I haven't been following the ICC. Actually, it was back in 2000. It's interesting. No, this is this I'm sorry, I'm confused. This resignation letter was when he resigned from the ICOC. Okay, this letter here from Dr. Raul Moreno is the now current International Christian Churches World Missions Evangelist. That's the title that Kip McKean gave himself. So let me read the letter. It says, is with great heaviness of heart, I write this letter to notify all the churches that Dr. Kip McKean will be stepping down and retiring as World Missions Evangelist for the International Christian Churches. As of today, he will no longer be leading our family of churches. Since 2007, our dear brother Kip has devoted himself to building the family of ICC from one church in Portland, Oregon, to now 160 congregations worldwide with over 12,000 disciples. Unfortunately, he has faltered spiritually and will devote time to personal and family needs. With the full support of the world sector leaders and following the agreed-upon succession plan, myself and Linda humbly accept the role as new women world missions evangelist and women's ministry leader, respectively. Let us continue to show Kip and Elena great respect and wholehearted love for all their work. Please keep them in your prayers. Respect their privacy during this healing process. We are family to the end. All my love and admiration, Dr. Raul Moreno, World Missions Evangelist. Let me tell you a little bit about Kip McKean. This is the guy. Now, my experience with the ICC is unusual in that I was in Oklahoma City for a couple of years, and then I moved to Stillwater to help start a church. It only lasted 2 years. But I can tell you this. Not everybody in the ICOC was bad. There was one person in particular that I believed was a pretty good example of what a pastor should be. And that's Kip McKean. He genuinely cared about me as a person. And he always tried to inspire me to be more than I thought I could be. And even when he said things to me that I didn't necessarily agree with at first, or if he corrected me, it was always done in love. And I could say the same, and some other people may have had bad experiences with him, but the Oklahoma City Church was a part of the Dallas region. At the time, it was Dallas, it was Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, and Louisiana. That was the region. And the regional leader was Nick Young. And Nick, I got to know Nick on a personal level when we had our meetings. We had 8 people from Oklahoma City and 8 people from Tulsa, and we moved to Stillwater to start the church. Nick met with us several times as a team of people that were going to go start a church. And of course, part of the reason I like Nick is because every time we met, he always had barbecue. But Nick, I felt like genuinely cared about us as people. I never felt like he was pushing us too hard. I never felt like he was trying to control our lives or anything like that. Now, once we got to Stillwater, oh my gosh, control. It was like, put it into 5th gear and go as fast as you can. And we were constantly expected to go out and reach out to people and get people into the church and go through these Bible studies with them and do all this stuff. And it was just a mess. And we went from 16 to 32 to 8 because we were told the women's ministry leader was not getting a salary, but then we found out later that it was deception, and she actually was. Not good. But Nick sent his son on a mission trip. It was either Amarillo or Lubbock. I don't remember. And his son got involved in a relationship with a young lady, and they had sex outside of marriage, and ultimately Nick's son left the church. So Kip had the audacity to kick Nick out of leadership because Nick's son made a mistake? Huh? When they leave the house, they're on their own. Now, you're responsible for their behavior when they live at home. When they're gone. Now, anybody that uses 1 Timothy or Titus to try to say that, well, if your kid messes up, then you have to step down. No. That's called control. That's called abuse. That's the kind of stuff, Nick. That's the kind of stuff that Kip McKean did. And the fact that he fell into, what did the letter say? Spiritual faltering. No, what happened was Kip McKean was over his head, and he was pushing people too hard. And he was treating people like garbage. You love people. You lead sheep. You don't drive sheep. You drive cattle. You lead sheep. Gently. Lovingly. And that was not Kip McKean at all. So, anyway, I might do a part 2 for this. I'm not sure. There's a lot of personal stuff that I don't know if I want to share or not, but I probably should. Anyway, if you are new, please hit like and subscribe. I want to go more in depth on this tomorrow because spiritual abuse is real, and I'm not a victim. I'm a survivor. So that's why I insist that we're supposed to speak the truth in love, Ephesians 4:15. That's why. So, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.